There. Glorious. Let's get to work. Oh, hi there. Welcome to Lead by Pixels, the show where you ask the questions, I lay down some lead, a few thoughts, and then inch my way back into a shallow grave for about a year or so. Normally I'd have my metal muchacho lugging around your mail, but Assistant Bot is enjoying some much-deserved personal time. Let's send all our love, and enjoy the memories. Sorry, I get horribly sentimental when I see myself. Today's question comes from @LiebersSucks, who asks, what are your thoughts on modern games with 8-bit graphics? Dude, I am so glad you asked me that. I like games, all sorts of them, and you may have guessed that I like pixels too. I've got some. Is it cold in here? Now, you may have noticed some brand spanking new titles have certainly donned old school aesthetics in recent years. We're talking 8 bits, 16 bits, faux 32 bits, and beyond. And the first thought that may pop into your head when you see a game decked out in pixely retro duds is that its developers are possibly banking on the pull of nostalgia to guide in potential players. Now, this may be the case sometimes, but I wouldn't want to jump to that conclusion in every instance. For example, the first notable retro-stylized title that I recall grabbing my attention was the wonderful action platformer Cave Story, released back in 2004. Cave Story was made by a one-man creative powerhouse named Daisuke Amaya. Cave Story took 5 years to make. In that time, Daisuke, well, he basically taught himself how to make games. You may argue that the retro wallpaper of Cave Story is maybe a product of creative limitations, but I strongly disagree. Mr. Amaya was and is an incredibly talented programmer and artist, but digging a little into his past, I immediately noticed he was really into the games he grew up playing. Some of these were sprite-based games with compelling stories and characters. Some were action platforming titles, and that's kind of broadly what Cave Story is, and more. The combination. Daisuke Amaya wanted to make the kind of title that he loved to experience playing, but he also wanted to make it his own thing. His thing. This, in my opinion, is what the most effective retro revival artists are doing. In fact, it's what many creative people inside and outside of the gaming industry do. They stitch together creations with threads of the past, like an improvisational recipe. Take some knowledge, toss in some other ideas, a few tweaks here or there, some innovation, some passion, some time, some je ne sais quoi. You let things cook, and maybe you can deliver something really meaningful, whatever it is. So, 8-bit, 16-bit, low or high-res textures, cell shading, whatever. To me, the look of a game is just one tool a developer uses to deliver their creations to the world. And I gotta say, plenty of hardworking developers have delivered. We've seen a heck of a lot of good games that go beyond retro paint jobs. Here, you want me to spout off a few? Spelunky, another very strong pillar in the reintroduction of the retro look in modern gaming. Procedurally generated platforming bliss. Duck Game, a couch competitive arena shooter that is endlessly fun. Quack. Vulgar the Viking, a thumb-callousing callback to 80s quarter-munching action games. Axiom Verge, a game that arguably 80s Metroid's better than 80s Metroid 80s Metroided. Enter the Gungeon and The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, two awesome roguelike shoot'ems that I've poured dozens of hours into. Fez, a great perspective-tilting, brain-wringing take on puzzle platformers. Broforce, bullet-flinging platforming mayhem with wonderfully chaotic couch co-op. Undertale, a role-playing game that steps firmly away from expectations in so many great ways. Hyper Light Drifter, Devil Daggers, Freedom Planet, Papers, Please, Mutant Muds, Pure Solar, La Mulana, Nuclear Throne, Hotline Miami, Crawl, Krypton the Necrodancer, Luftrouser, Shovel Knight, Downwell. Man, I got more. I do. Don't make me turn this car around and keep listing things. A retro aesthetic is cool. I think I wear it pretty well. But what a game offers me as a whole is what's really important to me. Hey, game. Are you fun? Are you interesting? Challenging? Do you play well? Are you breaking new ground in some way? You can have any look you want. You can be a part of a well-regarded franchise or a license, but if it doesn't deliver some kind of compelling experience, you're not getting my attention. There's just too many great fucking games to play. Damn, I still have to play Mega Man 10. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'll be mailing out this episode's sketch ASAP. Now, if you dig the show and would like your gaming-related topic or question on the next episode, you can use the hashtag #LedByPixels on the ol' Tweety Twitter. Thanks again, and hope to hear from you soon.